Today I'm going to show you how to change a template into your own copy. Not only that, I'm going to show you a few changes, how to make a few changes on this particular assignment. So the first thing I want you to notice that on the top left-hand corner, it says Book in a Box template. A book in a box is just a type of book project, basically. So I want to change this template so that I can actually type on it. So I'll go to File and go to Make a Copy. And I want to change the name. I don't want it to be a copy anymore, and it's not a template anymore. I want to change it to a student name. So the student name I'm going to choose today is Jack Frost. Jack turned this in, and he made lots of changes to his own copy. You'll notice that on the top, there's still the old tab, which says Book in the Box template. And now where it says Book in the Box, this is Jack Frost's, which is the same title and name that's up here. So I know that this is the copy that I want to be working with. You'll notice that the heading is on the left side. All the information that is in brackets in your heading and in your document needs to be changed or personalized to reflect your own assignment. So Sam Crawford did not do this. Sam Crawford was the template. Jack Frost did this. Jack Frost is not in Mrs. Lane's first and second period. He is in her fourth and fifth period. And his assignment was not due on the 19th of January 2015. His was due on the 20th of November 2016. And this actually happens to be his first of 3 Book in the Boxes. So I'm just going to take out the brackets. Now the heading is finished. You'll notice up here, this it still says Crawford 1. This top portion up here is called the header. So this is the heading. This is the header. Making a header is the next step up in formal writing. To change this header, I can do it one of 2 ways. I can either click somewhere on the top and this gray line appears. When that gray line appears, it shows you that you're now able to edit in that field. So that's one way. You can click up there, or I'll click out. You can go up to Insert. It could be under something else too, depending on your computer. And then click on Header, and you'll see the gray line appears. And so again, that means that I can now click in there and edit. So I'm going to take out the brackets and Crawford, and I'm going to insert the last name of the student, Frost. And it says Frost 1 because this is the first page. If I scroll down to page 2, it should say Frost 2. And it does. There is one thing that I want to show you in the header. You notice how the 1 is grayed? That means that I used the computer tools to insert the number instead of just typing it. This is really important. Watch what happens when I just type the number 1. I'll go out of the header. It will no longer say Frost 2 on page 2. It'll say Frost 1. So in order for the page numbers to count up, I cannot type it. I go up to Insert, Insert, Page Number, the top right-hand corner. And you notice the 1 appears again and it's grayed. Watch what happens again when I scroll down. It goes to Frost 2. Now my header is finished, and so is my heading. And now I need to change all of the information that is in brackets and then continue typing everywhere I see the 3 dots, which we know is called an ellipsis. So Jack did not read The Maze Runner. He actually read the next book in the series, which if you read the series, you know it's Scorch Trials. And it is still italicized. Sometimes I see students italicizing and underlining. That is not only unnecessary, but it's incorrect. There's no reason to do it twice. It'll confuse your reader. So I want to take the underline off. The only time I'll use underline is if I'm handwriting something for a book title. When computers were invented and people started using them more and more and started actually typing documents, they did away with underlining. So underline for book titles. Underlining is just to be done for if you're handwriting it. So again, I'm going to take out Maze Runner and put in Scorch Trials. Scorch Trials happens to be written by James Dashner, so I'm going to take out these brackets and keep James Dashner. Dystopian is the genre. So I want to change that genre to whatever Scorch Trials is. It could be fantasy, it could be adventure, it could be historical fiction, it could be just fiction, it could be nonfiction. Scorch Trials happens to be dystopian, so I'm going to keep dystopian there. Take out my ellipsis, and now I can start typing my synopsis. Your synopsis should only be one short paragraph. Now let's go to the main characters. Thomas happens to be the main character of Scorch Trials, so I'll just take out the brackets. If my character was named something else, of course, I would change that. And protagonist means main character. It's kind of just a higher academic way of saying that. Take out my brackets and my ellipsis. The Thomas is the protagonist of Scorch Trials. And then I'm going to continue typing about my main characters there. How the characters interact, you'll notice that I've left that open. Start typing my paragraph there. I have about the pivotal events. Each pivotal event should be its own paragraph, but try to do no more than 3 or 4. Now for the rest of the video, I want to show you how to do the 8 symbolic items and their significance. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out the brackets. You'll notice the word item is italicized, and I want to keep those italics. The first thing I'm going to put in my box for the Scorch Trials is a watch. So I type that same thing here. The watch is symbolic of, and I want to type in idea. We'll say time. Time is significant because, and then I write how it's significant. I'll do another item. Take out my brackets. Let's see, I'll do a rose. The rose is symbolic of. Now I'm going to show you what's called a non-example, something I do not want you to do. Sometimes students put the item and they put another item that can be touched. What it symbolizes is some kind of idea, and ideas cannot be touched. They live inside of our minds. For example, time. I cannot touch time. It's just something. It's an idea. It's something that we can see, but we can't touch it. So when I say the rose is symbolic of flowers, that doesn't work because one, roses are flowers, so that they can't symbolize flowers, and 2, flowers is something that I can touch. So I don't want it to be something that I can touch. Let's see. How about love? The rose is symbolic of love. And I'll say love is significant because, and then why it's significant to the story. Okay. I am finished with the screencast. Let me go over really quickly what you have learned today. You learned first how to change a template into your own copy and rename it. You learn how to change all of the information in the heading to be current. You learn how to do a header and how to make sure that you don't type in the page numbers here, but instead to use insert and page number. And we learned why that becomes a problem. And then the last thing we learned was how to do the 8 symbolic items and why they're significant. Thank you for watching, and good luck on your essay.